Greetings. This is Coach Veronica Marie, and I'm here to help you live a healthier and a happier life. If you find yourself in need of one on one coaching, emotional wellness, physical fitness, or yoga, you can find me on my website at veronicamarie.com. There, you will also find a growing digital library of books that I have authored in order to help you on your emotional wellness journey. The topic today is how to tell whether or not a person you are getting to know is really as spiritual as they seem to be. This can be a difficult thing because there's so much availability of spiritual information, psychological information, healing information, whether it be social media or books or TV shows and such. It's easy for people to pick up on buzzwords, spiritual buzzwords, psychological buzzwords. It's quite easy for a person to study definitions or a set of symptoms or some scripture or spiritual ideas. But it's a lot more difficult to live that out. And so what you would need to do is watch their everyday life. Listen to how they talk. Are they applying the spiritual principles? Are they filtering the world through the lens of the spiritual principles they say they believe in? That's the sure way to tell. When hard times hit, how do they talk about themselves and others? How do they talk to themselves? That's another one. I think it's important to ask questions. Sometimes people have a very surface knowledge of things, and it may seem that they really understand at a depth, but when you start to ask questions, you realize they really don't. And this is not condemnation. It's not even a bad thing. It's just a true thing. And it can get confusing if you do not pay attention to the things that I'm mentioning, because you'll find yourself down the line wondering, what happened? How in the world did I get to this space with this person who really isn't as spiritual as they seem? Spiritual work takes practice, not only knowledge, but also practice. It must become a lived out experience. A lot of people are very diligent in their work, but they have not practiced it. So then there's another dilemma. How do you actually work out the concepts and ideas in real time? They really don't know. A lot of times it's because they haven't seen it done, or they have seen it done at best with people who haven't gone as deep as one would think. And so this is not because people are bad. This is not because they are a hypocrite, all the things you hear. It's that they probably really think they are that deep, most of them. Most people think because they read a book, they now have the understanding and the ability to live out a thing. Most people think that once they understand a concept, that they can actually work through it. You even begin to see, as people get more knowledgeable about different things, they become experts at pointing it out in others. But then they can't tell the others how to heal or come out of it. That's another thing that I see. So the best rule of thumb is listen to them. Don't talk so much. Ask questions. Listen to what they're saying. And if you are a person who is looking for someone to lead you, then your romantic relationship is not the best place for that. Mentors and teachers, therapists, and coaches are there for that. So if you enter a romantic interest type of situation looking to be led only to find out that the person isn't as deep as they say they were, then I think it's an opportunity for you to realize that you are searching for something inside a romantic relationship that doesn't need to be found. Things that you need to get to know are, what are their worldviews, not looking for someone to teach you. You need to know what are their values and their deepest aspirations, their fears. Where have they been? Where are they going? What is their life purpose? What makes them tick? What are they passionate about? These things are interesting and worth knowing. And then watch them live it out before you, and you'll know. So that means you don't need to make such quick decisions when getting into commitments, but allow things to take an organic, natural flow. And that way you won't get yourself stuck somewhere where it's difficult to get out. That's it for today. My name is Coach Veronica Marie. Once again, you can find me on my website at Coach Veronica, not Coach Veronica, at veronicamarie.com. But I am on YouTube at Coach Veronica Marie, and that is it. Have a beautiful creation, and we'll talk soon.